need to get better about having my iPod.
Listen, I just don't understand why you just aren't prepared for these things.
Oh yeah, mentally. That's about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Alright. Are you showing your label? Okay.
I've done this before.
And when you're ready.
Oh!
You said that you're gonna always start.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry. You just didn't let me know we were ready.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm ready.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Worst That Happens podcast. This is Zennis.
I'm Peyton.
And we are always on the quest to figure out what we can talk about that will not end up with the worst that can happen. How are you doing today, Peyton?
You know, I'm doing well. I wanted you to know.
I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
I'm scared.
No, don't be scared.
On a very personal level. Okay.
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's gonna be watching this on Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. You know, this is the only Friday the 13th of the year.
Yeah, tell me why I literally just realized. It's like I literally just realized.
Really?
Yes, I literally just realized it's going to be Friday the 13th.
I cannot wait.
No, I love
have
Friday the 13th.
Plans, and I'm gonna be doing stuff. You're gonna be doing stuff.
Absolutely.
But I wanted to tell you a spooky story.
A spooky story.
Yeah, I thought maybe, you know, it's June.
Okay, You're
June.
like, this is a story about how a man got caught with tax evasion. Yeah, that's the scariest story. That's the scariest story right there. Oh my god.
No, so, okay. Are you ready? It's a little scary.
Okay.
Alright. So, it was a prom night, right?
Okay.
And there was this hotel.
Okay.
And on the hotel...
You're like, we're starting after prom night. No.
Well, that's what...
Oh my god!
So, after prom, there's this hotel that everybody's going to. It's like right by there. Like there's where prom is at, and then there's this hotel like right there. And
okay.
so, a bunch of us are going, and you know, first group goes in, and they're like, "Hey, can we get a hotel room?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're like, you know, we are really booked out, but we have one room you could stay in.
Okay.
And so my friends were like, yeah, no, we'll stay there. They're like, okay, before we give you the key, though, you need to know that this room is haunted.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on floor 13, of course. Add spooky effect.
Like they're in floor 14, room 66, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're like, this is the only room we have, but a lot of people won't stay the night.
Okay.
So this couple decides to go in there, and you know, they're hanging out, having a good time. And then all of a sudden they hear something. They're like, what is that? And it's like, the law rolls over. We're all gonna die. And so they get real scared.
Mm-hmm.
They run and they leave.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the next group of friends go. And they're like, you know, excited. And the hotel worker is like, oh boy, another group. And so the next group, they're like, hey, we're here to party. Do you have one room open? And the guy was like, listen, I only got one room left. I just had a couple leave. They said that this room...
We're turning them out tonight, man. Yeah.
Like, this room is super haunted. Also, just so you know, non-refundable deposit.
That's great. Man said 25 is non-negotiable.
So, they're like, I mean, it is what it is. We're not scared. We'll stay.
Mm-hmm.
And so... these guys go up there, they're going to party or whatever, and all of a sudden they hear it. When the log rolls over, we're all gonna die.
Is it when the log rolls over?
Mm-hmm.
We're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the guys are like getting real freaked out. They're like, maybe we just heard something. We're tough guys,
Mm-hmm.
you know, toxic masculinity, all that. And so they go and they're like, you know, we got this, we don't need to worry about it, blah, blah, blah. No, then it happens again. The log rolls over. We're all gonna die. So, at this point, one of the guys is like, nah, bro, I gotta go. So, they're like, if you're leaving, we're leaving. So then they all left. So now it's just me and my friends, you know, we're like, let's go hang out. You know, let's go do what we do, go to a hotel. So we go, and we're like, hey, can we get a hotel room? You know, whatever. And they're like, listen, you guys are the third one trying.
We're working overtime to get this hotel room going.
I'm gonna let you know, it's a non-refundable. You gotta, you know, if you stay, you stay. If you don't, you don't. It's on the 13th floor. There's only one room left. It's real haunted. And I'm like, okay, all right. So we get our hotel key and we go and we're hanging out and doing our thing, partying, whatever. And then all of a sudden we hear, when the law rolls over, we're all gonna die. So, you know, of course, I get a little scared, but I can't be too scared. You know, I gotta pretend, gotta put my acting on. I'm like, oh no, what was that? Like, oh, okay. And then I hear it again. When the law rolls over, we're all gonna die. At this point, my friend Issa gets up and she's like, no, what is that sound? And so Anna goes, hey, check in the bathroom. And I was like, the bathroom? She's like, I swear that's where the noise is coming from. Like maybe the vents or something. So then we hear it again. When the law rolls over, we're all gonna die. So the three of us poke our head over, and then
Scooby-Doo style, right?
pretty much, you know. And Issa pushes that door open, and Anna goes, what the hell? Because she looks in the toilet, and there's a piece of poop with some flies sitting on it. And the flies are saying, when the law rolls over, we're all gonna die. So she flushed the toilet.
So she flushed the
And the haunting was over.
and the haunting was over. Yeah.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Yes! Happy Friday the 13th. You know, I faced some real terror in my life.
You know,
that comes from a dark place.
I thought I had to share that story.
Oh. you really, you know, listen, there was some tragedy and some darkness I've had in my heart.
I wish I could take credit for that, but that's a dad joke that goes far.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I just felt like we should start Friday the 13th with a good old scary
Well,
story.
listen, you know, I love spooky stuff. You love spooky stuff. And we are both, obviously, with that brilliant recounting, we are both really big fans of Friday the 13th. And there are so many different things that I think kind of go with that and, like, around it. And so I wanted to ask you, because I too just remembered that it was Friday the 13th, as I stated before, your illustrious grand telling of your story. So I actually am legitimately curious. What are the 5 scariest things that you've ever experienced? They can be things from movies or music or things in culture. It can be anything, but what are some of the scariest things, especially with Annabelle on the loose. I don't even know if they found her yet, but but yeah. So
I mean, for what I find scary, or in general.
In general.
Can I ask another question? Can you go first?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go off of what you said.
Well, because I just want to make sure I'm understanding the question.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay.
And so part of me is do I trauma dump or?
No. You're the scariest thing was.
I was 4 years old.
I was 4 years old, left alone in the circus. I'm like, oh no.
Again, the love of clowns.
Yeah. No, I think. Okay, so I'll go first. So my 5. My first one is definitely clowns. It's definitely clowns. No, and I know you love them, but this comes from old, deep, deep trauma. Because I grew up with a bunch of siblings, and so when I was I would watch movies that I wasn't supposed to watch, And there was a time where my parents went out on a date and they were watching It, and not like the new It with Bill Skarsgård, that's really good. They were watching like the old one with Tim Curry, the one that like came on like TV, and it's like a two VHS set, and they were watching it, and like I'm the youngest, so I wanted to like hang out with my older siblings and like be brave. But like, yeah, and so I watched this movie, and like my parents didn't know, because if my parents knew, they would have never let me watch it, and it was utterly terrifying. Like it really messed me up, and then that did not help that like. That was like, I'm pretty sure that was like sometime in the summer, and so like I'm traumatized from Clown because he's like eating people and like whatever. And then that New Year's Eve we have a horror movie.
It's my AC.
We have don't do that, bro. Bro, I literally. But like we had like a horror movie marathon. And then we watched The Poltergeist, which has like the weird. So have you ever seen The Poltergeist? It's the old one. Okay. So like it, of course, like do you know the premise of The Poltergeist?
Never even heard of it.
Okay, so the premise of The Poltergeist is they move into this new house that's on an Indian burial ground, and and so they move into this house, and like stuff just starts happening, and like the TV, it is like the girl like in front of the staticky TV.
Oh, I
like
see
that.
that.
Yeah. So that's where it comes from. It comes from
Okay, I
The
didn't know where
Poltergeist.
that came from.
And she has a clown, and he has like really long arms, and he's like really scary, and like I like this between that and It, that like completely ruined me. Like.
I want to play a game.
No. I want to play a game. Let me in. I'm like, no. Well, hi.
No.
Wait. I don't know. Okay.
So you don't know what just happened. Because we recorded
A whole very good podcast
probably the best podcast.
we've ever done. As two. This is the best one. It's one respect.
And the camera shut off without us knowing.
So we're not going to record all that again, and we're going to leave it fresh for you guys. So when these things come up, they'll come up. But what we are going to do is kind of wrap up kind of our Friday the 13th talk with just what is your biggest fear? Mm-hmm. What's your biggest one? Like, you can't stand it. You go first.
Of course. Biggest all-time fear is gonna have to be the Achilles tendon.
Yeah, just feeling.
Just in the dark, you're running in the dark, and something could snack that Achilles tendon. Whether you be running in the woods and you break it yourself, or
whether you be running in the woods and you break it yourself.
Yeah. Or under your car, or under your bed, or
Yeah, you got me scared to go home. No, I think that's super real. I think mine is probably at the end of the day going to be like that fear of kind of like the unknown, like fear of like just like there's something out there and we don't know what it is, and your car is low on gas, and the nearest gas station is like 3 hours away, and you're like, ah! I don't know where you're driving, that your nearest gas station is 3 hours away. But that is something that I am just, because I feel like that encompasses like everything. You know what I mean? Like it's just like that uncertainty that you have about like life and things, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to see what's out there. I don't want to know what's in the dark. I don't want to go down that hole. And so those are both things that kind of are terrifying. But I do think that's kind of where it is. And we were talking earlier a little bit about kind of like where like those fears and stuff come from. And I think that it's really interesting. Because I feel like you formulate so much of what scares you in like childhood, and I feel like when you're an adult, you're like more scared of like real things, like I can't pay my mortgage.
I was literally gonna say that. Oh, my mortgage wasn't gonna be.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be homeless.
Tinder boys.
Literally. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. No, you for your pride. But yeah, no, I think that those things that they just don't leave us. It's like how Indiana Jones was still scared of snakes. You know what I mean? This man fought Nazis and he was scared of snakes.
I've seen Indiana Jones.
Don't lie to these people.
That's with a question mark. Fully with a question mark. Because I'm not sure.
You said, I've seen Indiana Jones.
What you're gonna learn is the worst maybe that I have never seen most movies.
You know, the funny thing about is what we recorded earlier. I used so many like movie references. And I'm like, yeah, so you, and you're like,
It's on the list.
no, it's on the list. It's a big list. It's a wide, big list.
The list is growing.
It's you know, every day I find new things. But yeah, no, but I think that's just what you have to remember. It's just like these are very, they come from a place. I mean, and some of them you can get over. But like I said earlier, like things like the fear of the dark, that is a primal fear. I don't know if we ever get over that.
Right.
Unless you're like really like into not doing that or something. But like I just don't like it. I don't like it. No, I don't like it.
Those people that can like stay in the woods.
No, like they like sleep in tents and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, everything's fine. No.
You know, so I don't. Did you ever do anything for Friday the 13th?
No.
Oh, really?
No. I'm just kidding.
No.
No.
With friends, you guys were never like.
I mean, I think that like we would always like maybe do like scary movies and stuff. I mean, we would treat it like we treated like Halloween, like we just do like scary movies and stuff like that. But I don't think that we'd ever like go out of our way to do anything. I almost feel like Friday the 13th was like more of like an adult thing, because you go get like a tattoo,
Oh,
go get
that's
like
true.
a 2-for-1 at Spooky Jack's or
Yeah, that's
something.
what I should do tomorrow.
No, you shouldn't. Listen, they're flash selling all over the place, so I mean, you probably
If
could.
anybody wants to go with me to get a tattoo.
No, listen, I mean, they're taking walk-ins, man. They're taking
Again,
walk-ins.
if anybody wants to go with me, to
I'm
get
too
a-
poor to get a tattoo.
Well, you guys are gonna be here.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
let's do
far,
it.
far, far, far,
I'm
far
ready.
away. But I will be here.
You'll be the
Don't worry. I have tons of stories to tell you.
No, don't.
So this is true Friday the 13th fear is me.
Yes, it is.
And what I do when I'm alone.
It's like,
He was on the boat for 24
it's like you
hours.
start a clock and you're like, all right, 48 hours. Yeah, no, it's
I mean,
like,
it was just like, you guys, you and Kayla were out of town last time for all of 6 hours.
all of 6. All of 6
That was
hours.
a long 24 hours.
You said I had 4 times the fun, you know what I mean?
6 times 4, 24, you know what?
I had to quadruple my...
I had to make sure that you guys had a lot to come back to.
No! No! I want to hear, what'd you do? I don't know, I just sat on the couch. I'm like, oh, good,
Thank God.
good, that's fine.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, like, and then I sold my kidney to a man in Peru. I'm like, oh, no.
And you found the dark web. I don't know.
Yeah, and you found the dark web. Yeah, you know.
You would have known that we talked about the dark web earlier if it didn't fail.
I'm telling you, bro. We just got back from St. Louis.
You did.
Yeah, we took a little like day trip. And that was super fun. And you like exposed us to some food. Because you'd been before, obviously, with friends and stuff like that. And so you were like very kind enough to show Kayla and I around. And and so what was your favorite food that we tried?
It was Patty's.
You said
To no shop.
it was Pappy's.
Yeah. Kayla, we went to 3 restaurants.
We went to 3. Well, we tried.
We tried 3.
Yeah.
One was delivered to us. Which
Yes.
was lovely. And Kayla picked an incredible like sushi burrito place.
Yeah, it was called Black Market Eats, and
So good.
it was super good. And
Their eel sauce was one of the best eel sauces.
oh yeah, and we don't have very many like poke bowl places here, and so just to try something like that, and it was like a real like traditional. It was so good.
Yeah,
It
but
was
Patty's
so-
is probably my favorite because it was ribs, and I
Mhm.
told you I was skeptical because
Yeah.
the
Dry ribs, man.
I saw dry rub and was like, but no, they were really good. I was very disappointed in my sides because of my selection,
Yeah.
but I went in there expecting mac and cheese.
They ain't got no mac and
They
cheese.
fumbled the one side that I wanted.
The mac and cheese. Listen, and you know, and that's crazy. Most barbecue places do, some don't. Some don't.
Some. It's just enough to go.
Just enough to don't want it. Yeah, you know, I didn't fumble my sides because I got sweet potato fries and I got Hellfire pickle chips, and they were so good. And the sweet potato fries had like sugar and like brown sugar on them, and like oh my gosh, it was so good. So I had like this sweet and salty combination. The pizza that we got delivered was fabulous. Is that what is it?
Emos.
Emus.
I kept calling it that. I don't know why. The one side that I wanted.
And so, but it was at Emo's.
Yeah.
It's at Emo's, that St. Louis style pizza, and it was so. When I was, but it was so good, and
it was good. I really liked your pizza.
Oh, the like the hot chicken one. Yeah.
Kayla and I did pineapple and pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have done barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
That would have been really good.
Yeah, I would have. They had a lot of really good stuff. I'll tell you what I really like. I really like that deep fried ravioli.
I told you it was good.
Yeah, I
think you should have gotten ranch.
Yeah, yeah, that would have popped it off. Could you have gotten ranch, or did it just come with that side of hot and air?
You know, I'm not gonna lie.
I
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why you travel with a bottle of Hidden Valley. You know what I mean? That's what
You're not wrong.
You gotta travel with a bottle of Hidden Valley
Always.
all the time. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
you never know.
You never know.
There's two things you should always have on you: Hidden Valley, hot sauce.
Let me tell you something. All right, that's the end. there's no better. Make sure you have your ranch and your hot sauce ready to go. So.
Are you gonna get a tattoo?
No, don't get a tattoo. Don't get a tattoo.
The intrusive thoughts.
Oh my god. All right. You said, oh my god. I'm sorry. Bye. But we will see y'all next time.
Yes, next Friday.
Bye. Will not be Friday the 13th because we don't know when time works. Bye.
Hasta la pasta.
No. So, that's it. Wanna know what? Today we actually kind of discovered the worst that could happen.
Is that really where you want to end it?
No.
Oh. I was like, wow, you did a whole 5 minutes.
Yeah, listen.